This isn't the end of the story, just a softer page, creased by sorrow, held with care, and turned with hope. So this is our guest room, and we moved into this house about 2 years ago now. And there are just a few things that I've been avoiding, and I'm not proud of it. But if you look to the side here, we have a closet. And it's filled with boxes still. And this is what we're gonna tackle today. Hopefully it gets done today, but we'll see how long it takes. You know, we were doing renovations, so while that was going on, we threw all of the stuff from the bathroom just straight into this room. So I have to organize that as well, which shouldn't be so bad because they already have a place that they're supposed to be in. But this stuff over here, this is what I'm worried about because I just never put them anywhere yet in the house. So we got to find a place for them, and then I have to just go through all the little things and make sure what needs to be thrown away is. We've got some chicken here because I'm going to make some 닭볶음탕. Some people call it 닭도리탕. It's a Korean spicy braised chicken. So to start off, here I have 2 pounds of chicken wings, and I'm going to start off by boiling them in hot water just for like a few minutes to get all the grossness out of the chicken. My mic decided to completely die as I was recording, so here's the voiceover. So if you look at this container, it says cottage cheese, but obviously it is not. My mom made what's called gochujang, which is basically a hot pepper paste, and she put it in this container for me so that I can bring it home. But because we're at the bottom of it, just to save me from doing an extra dish, I'm gonna use this as my sauce bowl today. And I like mine really spicy, so I'm adding just a little bit more gochujang from another container that she gave me. And if you'll remember from my last video where I was cooking, I explained that I don't use measuring cups or spoons or anything like that in my kitchen. So next we're gonna add some soy sauce, and then the mirin. And then this here is just some crushed up garlic. I'm just gonna put all of it in because Koreans love garlic, especially when you're cooking something like chicken, they'll put a lot of it in. Now this is also not the original packaging. This is crushed red pepper flakes that my mom made and then gave it to me, and I just threw it in this old container. Now here I'm just adding some crushed black pepper, and most people will use sugar in this dish, but I typically go for the honey because it's just healthier, I guess. And that's about it for the ingredients for the sauce, and now we're just gonna mix. And now that our water is boiling, we're just gonna toss in our chicken, and then we're gonna wait for it to come back up to a boil, and then just take it off the heat and rinse it. In the meantime, I'm peeling potatoes. Okay, so my chicken is now come back up to a boil, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it. I'm gonna throw the heat back onto high just to get it up and cooking, and then once it cooks, I'll probably pull it down to like a medium or so. So with the sauce that we have already prepared, I'm gonna put about half, maybe a little more than half of it in here right now, and then just mix it around with my chicken. For vegetables, I have a carrot, 2 potatoes, 1 sweet onion, and 1 jalapeno. They're all washed, peeled, and ready to go. I usually use serranos or Korean chilies, but I had jalapeno, so that's what we're using today. So we're gonna chop these up. I like them to be pretty chunky in my braised chicken stew, so that's how we're gonna cut them. For the jalapeno, I am cutting it pretty large just so that I could pull it out later. I don't think anyone, I don't know, in my family, we don't just eat the jalapenos in here. We just use it for flavor. All right, now that it's starting to cook, we're gonna throw in veggies. The rest of this sauce here, throw it in. Give it another stir so the sauce goes everywhere. Now I'm gonna cover it. The heat is now on medium, and I'm just gonna adjust it as needed, but for now, I think medium's good. It's been about 15 minutes. I've been stirring it. It looks like it's getting there, but the potatoes are still not done. So we're gonna keep it going until the potatoes are cooked. So I used to put water in this dish, but I kind of like the sauce to be thicker. So once the potatoes break down, the sauce does get thicker. But if you'll see, the vegetables and even the chicken itself has released enough moisture. So there's a lot of like sauce in here as it is. I mean, we didn't add any water to the sauce, but look how much has already come out of just the vegetables and the chicken. So I don't really use water in it anymore. Just keeps the flavor a little bit richer without using water, I guess. So the potatoes are like breaking apart pretty easily now, and if you look at the sauce, it's pretty thick, so it's ready whenever you're ready to eat it now. I did forget to buy green onions, but typically you top it with that, but just eat this with rice and that's it. So I want to practice my mehndi, but I don't want to keep doing it on myself. And it's kind of hard to do it on myself because I can't really move my arm around. So I picked up this very cheap frame, and I was thinking that maybe I could print out pictures of I don't know, hands or something, or even just put white paper under here and practice it right here on this acrylic. Then I can just wipe it clean and just reuse it over and over again. So I am opening up a new henna cone. And for those of you who are interested, just want to show you how I make it so that the tip of this is thinner, because if you look, let me take this out, we can see that the original tip, if I don't do anything, it comes out kind of thick. So to fix that, I saw on an Instagram reel or something, it's all over the place, these hacks. You put the needle back in, not all the way, but like about halfway. I don't know what this is focusing on, but so it's in about halfway. You grab a piece of tape, you put it on here, and then you just kind of wrap it around while going downwards, and it will make the tip of this slightly thinner. All right, let's do some laundry. You guys ready for an update on the room? It took a couple days, but we've got there. All there's left to do now is just change out the bed sheets and remake the bed, and we're good.